Hey dolls, so today we are trying a very viral Asian foundation popular in Japan and in Korea. I have mentioned this on my previous video when I tried viral TikTok products that this actually gave me a hard time. And I know that a lot of other people had the same experience as I had, especially first-timers who didn't know how to use this cushion foundation properly. So it clinged on my texture, it caked up on me, and it oxidized on me as well. So on today's video, I'm going to show you how I made it work with the help of watching countless TikTok and YouTube videos and a lot of testings and trials. I also tried 3 shades of this cushion foundation, so if you are my shade twin, I know there's a lot of you who followed me because you have the same shade as I am. I'm also going to show you some shade swatches so you can choose which one is right for you. Okay, so let's start with skin prep. Since this cushion foundation tend to feel like a mask on the face, the longer it stays on, it really dries matte and it really sticks onto your face. So exfoliation is really key. So this prevents you from having cakiness. This also prevents the cushion foundation to cling onto your texture. So what I did was use an exfoliating pad the night before, as I don't like using HA in the morning. But if you don't have time at night to prep your skin, you can also use the Dermalogica Daily Microfoliant the day off. For toner, I switch it up to a hydrating toner and I use the Tir Tir Milk Toner. So I swipe it all over my face and then pat a little bit on my face. I let this sit for 2 minutes and then after that I proceed with my primer. Primer is also key when using this cushion foundation to prevent oxidation. So I apply my primer. It's summer now, so I chose a primer and sunscreen in one. And this one is from NYX, but you can use a primer of your choice. And that's it for skin prep. Now for the actual application. This is one of the best tricks I learned online. So you press the cushion foundation in the middle, and then after that, fold the cushion halfway crosswise and halfway lengthwise. And press the excess on the container. This is so you have the foundation evenly distributed on the cushion puff, and so it also applies evenly on your face. Then start applying in the middle of your face outwards. And then with your nose, lift the side of your nose or use a brush to cover the side of your nose. If it feels like a wet paint when you apply it on, which happened to me the first time, it means that you applied too much. It needs to feel very light on the skin, and as you can see, the coverage is still really good, but it's more even. I then just repeat all the application techniques on the other side as well. And as you can see, this cushion foundation really evened out my skin tone so well. It covered all the redness, it hid the pimple mark on my forehead. The coverage is really good. I didn't even have to use a concealer under my eyes, and it also helped out blur my pores, which I think was the result of using the applicator and the patting motion when applying this cushion foundation. So now let's talk about post-application. So after application, if you press your fingers on it and you see the foundation moving on your face, it means it has not set yet. You have to let this set to avoid cakiness. I let this set on my face for 10 minutes, and while waiting, I just do my eye makeup and fix my hair up. After 10 minutes, do a finger test again. As you can see, it doesn't move anymore. And when I do the paper towel test, it has no transfers. And then to prevent it from oxidizing furthermore, you need to spray it with a finishing spray. I'm just using my SKINDINAVIA setting spray. This sets on my face so well, so I would not recommend using cream products with it. I would recommend setting it with powder and then use a powder blush and powder contour instead, because if you use liquid or cream on top of this cushion foundation, the foundation would move, and this would also result in cakiness and unevenness on the skin. Then you can spray again with the finishing spray after putting all your powders on. As you can tell, skin prep makes a huge difference and really is key in using this cushion foundation, but also getting the right shade, which to me was very confusing. So originally I got 24N, which I thought was a good match, but when it oxidized, it really turned orange on the sides of my face, and that made me not appreciate this cushion foundation. So when I looked at swatches on TikTok, I thought I should get 21N, and I thought if it oxidized, then it will be a great match for my skin tone. But guess what? With proper skin prep, it did not oxidize on me, and I had to put a lot of bronzing powder because it looks super fair. Also, I think the one that I got from Amazon, the mini Tir Cushion Foundation, does not oxidize compared to the bigger version which I got in store. So finally, I got 23N, which is not far from 24N, but it has a less orange tint than 24N. I think that 23N is the perfect neutral shade. I think 24N is still on the warmer shade. So just to compare, here are the 3 shades on my skin, and I really think that 23N is the perfect shade for me. Okay, now let's move on to photography tests. This cushion foundation did not give me any flashback, but it's not the most flattering on camera. It looks great in person and on videos, especially on good lighting, but since the powder is not easy to blend on top of this cushion foundation, you can clearly see that there's no seamless transition. It doesn't look too bad, but I wouldn't recommend this if you are going to be photographed a lot. Now onto the wearability test, because this cushion foundation claims to wear up to 72 hours. When it comes to wearability, I find it to be the most wearable the first time I used it. When I used it very heavily, but the only thing is it wears very long, but it ended up being cakey. When I applied it the way I wanted, which is more on the natural side, I see it fading after 4 hours, especially on humid condition. And on the 8th hour, the foundation on my nose also faded away and some parts of my face. So here's my final thoughts on this cushion foundation. Let's start with the pros. The coverage of this foundation is really fire. If you have a lot of dark spots to cover, this works really well. It's also transfer proof. It feels very light on the face, and it has good skincare ingredients in it. It's also very portable, no need for a brush. It already includes a mirror and a puff, and it's very compact. It also has a wide range of shades, which is not common for a cushion foundation. My cons heavily rely on the huge learning curve for this cushion foundation. I feel like applying a bridal makeup when using this on. With all the skin prep and also with all the post care, I wouldn't recommend this for people who's beginner in makeup. I also don't think this would work for people with a lot of texture on their skin, because even if you have good skin prep, I think that it would cling onto your texture if you have a lot. So I'm giving this foundation a rating of 5 out of 10 stars. So I hope that you learned something from this video, and if you have a good cushion foundation recommendation, kindly comment that below. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like this video. Please don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you'll always be updated once a new video is out. Thank you so much else again for watching. I'll see you on my next one.